So CRM administration, I want to break down into two major categories. And so one is the features of that CRM, and the other is what are your basic behaviors around that CRM. So first off is features. So you want to make sure that your CRM or the one that you choose to purchase is going to have a very strong mobile app, or it's got a good, strong, dynamic website where you can do some very basic things on the fly. I want you to be able to make phone calls on the fly and look people up on the fly. So you're not having to sit in front of a desktop or a laptop. And I want to make sure that those features are very easy for you and friendly for you to use. You don't have to go hunt and pack, where is this, where is that. It has to have a really good user experience where you can do a lot on your mobile device. Number two, I want to make sure that, or you should make sure that it's got a good, strong Chrome extension or that it's Apple friendly. And so the reason we want to do this is for a couple of different things. One, let's just say I'm an Android user and I'm a Chrome user and I'm not an Apple person. So I'd be in the minority. Most people out there are using Apple products. I want to make sure that the extension or the feature that's going to be in my browser in Safari or in Chrome is going to be able to pick up and record the activities that I'm doing on a regular basis. Are they updating my CRM as I go along? This is really important because this way you don't have to go and document, okay, I called so-and-so at such and such time, and here's what I said. Now, what I do want in your CRM is I want you to be able to, even though it's documented automatically that you did something, the odds are good that it didn't record the phone call or it didn't record what you did unless you sent an email. And if your email is syncing up with your CRM, that's also preferred. Because what this is going to do is when you pull up a contact or a lead, you can see the history of your communication with that person. When did you call them? When did you text them last? Or when did you send them an email? Or when you did call them, can you expand that field to see, gosh, I need to drop a couple of notes in here. And I also need to add an activity to this person to say, God, we spoke about the fact they wanted to see property, but they didn't want to do it until the second quarter of next year. And so I do need to put an action item in my calendar, and it needs to attach back to this record. Now, most all CRMs are going to do this, but there are some ones out there that are incredibly streamlined, and they're trying to hook you on the fact that they're really simple to use. Here's the problem. A lot of times when things are very simple to use, they don't have enough capacity for you to get to where you need to go easily. So don't focus so much on simple. Focus on, can I interact with this? Can I interact with this thing on a regular basis? Every CRM that you're going to be looking at is going to have all kinds of fields that are already pre-programmed in it. And here's the challenge. The challenge is the people who are designing CRMs are typically tech people, technology people, and they're designing a software package. Some of those people might have had some kind of real estate background, but more importantly, maybe they sat down with some top producers and they got requirements from those top producers. And the requirements said, somebody on that team said, gosh, I need to have a field for the birthday. And I need to have a field for the dog's name. Oh, we should probably have a field for the dog's birth date also. Yeah, we should probably do that. And what if they have 6 kids and 6 birthdays plus the spouse? We need 15 birthday fields. Now, is this realistic? As someone who's running their own pipeline, are you really going to track all these data points? And how are you going to get them? Are you going to sit that person down and interrogate them? What's your dog's birthday? I don't know. Wrong answer. So I recommend that your CRM is dynamic enough from an administrative standpoint that you can add fields or rename fields if possible. This is a slightly more sophisticated thing to learn how to do as a CRM administrator, but I can help you through it. It's really not that complicated. You have to ask yourself, what are the things I'm really going to keep track of? What are the things I really should keep track of? I do think you should probably keep a birthday field in there. Birthday is not going to be appropriate for everybody in your CRM. You're not sending a birthday card out to everybody. I do think that you should probably have an address field because you should mail things to people periodically, snail mail or FedEx, and it would be really convenient if you could print labels right out of your CRM. I think that's a really incredible feature. Another big feature that I'm always taking a look at in CRM methodology before I recommend one or use one has to do with how emails are delivered out of your CRM system. And so if you're working in a contact record or if you're working in a lead record and you see an email address and it's highlighted in blue and it's underlined, it indicates that there's a hyperlink there. When you click on it, what happens? Does it take you out to your email server, your Outlook, your Gmail, or does it open an email editor right there inside the CRM environment? Here's why this is kind of important. When you go ahead and send it, if it's coming directly out of your CRM, then in the sending code, there's a lot of additional characters that are in there that might get picked off as spam. So here's the problem. If you're sending stuff out of a CRM that is using a send proxy email service through the CRM system itself, the recipient might not get your email. It might go to spam. Now, how do you work around this? It's difficult, but the truth is that if you're sending out marketing type materials, it's just going to go to spam and it's not going to hit the target. If you're already in an established relationship with this recipient, then they're probably going to get your email, because if it goes to spam one time and then they say, no, this is not spam, then all of a sudden, the recipient's system now identifies that you're friendly. But oh my gosh, that's just a lot of heavy lifting. Why not avoid it altogether? You want to have a CRM that's basically using your current email methodology, either through Outlook or Gmail, and it's going directly out of Gmail. All of the emails on the planet are going through very few servers, and those servers have to be able to communicate well with how you are introducing stuff into a broader market. If you're going to send out mass email or bulk email, you don't want to be doing that through your CRM, quite honestly. You want to go through MailChimp, or you want to go through some other email service provider that is out there negotiating and dealing with these complexities in the back office, and you don't even see it. Lastly, let's touch on probably the most important thing that we could learn, and that is, what is your behavior around this CRM as an administrator? So as an administrator, you need to have the disciplined approach to understand what the capacity of your CRM is, but more importantly, you need to use it. You can buy a Stradivarius and you can keep it in a safe because it's too expensive and you don't want to break it. But that's really not the point of the instrument. It's never going to make music unless you do something with it. CRM is exactly the same thing. You have to get into a program where you're very comfortable every morning opening up your CRM and ask yourself a simple question. What do I need to do, and what do I need to get done by the end of today? What do I need to get done by the end of the week? And when I take a look at the people that are in my CRM, the most important question you can answer for yourself is, who are the next 5 people or 10 people that are going to transact? Where are my next 10 paychecks coming from as I take a look at my database? I'm not talking about the people that you already have under contract. What I'm talking about is your forward-looking revenue schedule. So this is why I start everyone out on a basic spreadsheet, because we talked about a really important date that you want to track, and that is estimated transaction date, and it's got to be tied to a core reason. So if you select a CRM that you can adjust the fields and change labels or add fields, I absolutely recommend that you add those 2 fields. What is the estimated future transaction date for this person? And it's tied to a core motivation. This way you should be able to sort your data in your CRM, or even pull a report possibly, but basically you can sort it or filter it for that date. At which point you're going to be able to take a look at 10 or 15 or 20 entries you have with dates and decide, okay, these 5 people, these 10 people, they're golden. I need to stay on them. I need to interact with them at least once a week, or maybe even every couple of days, until I can get them to the point at which we're showing property or we're signing a listing contract. I know a lot of coaches, and all of them say something very intelligent. And they say your income is going to be based off what you know. And that is, the more things you know, the greater your income is going to be. And so I would only add a very small caveat to that. And that is, it's not just what you know, it's what you do with what you know. Your behavior is ultimately going to be your income. Your behavior is your income, but your behavior is going to be driven off what you know, and then also your past experiences. take the time necessary to find the right CRM for you. And the right CRM for you is one that you're going to use consistently and regularly, and it's going to be able to expand and grow as you expand and grow your business. Please hit that subscribe button, and don't forget, visit our website and schedule your free 30-minute evaluation.